Thank you. Well, it's good to be seen.
Go ahead and take your seats. Zeno, I don't have a name card for you, but I'm going to find it.
Oh man, 4 for 13.
Let's go to the
4 for 13, take 14.
Text him right now. Sless says, "What's up, hater?" Yeah, you're good.
Traditionally, the trophy makes you appearance for this press conference, too. Do you know where that went? Usually sits next to you.
I think it's probably hugged up. I think somebody's probably hugging it right now. Might be in the locker room. I would say somebody's hugging it in the locker room. As much grief as I have given these guys, they're probably not going to let go of it for a while.
Coach, easiest question you'll get tonight. Comments on the game?
Well, you know, I told these guys at halftime, and I told them before the game, this has been an amazing story. And it's a story of rebirth. It's a story of renaissance. And it's a story of commitment of when guys come together for the common purpose of playing for the love of the game and playing for the love of each other, playing for our university in the city that we absolutely, completely, and 100% adore and love, that some magic stuff can happen. And this is a story that we probably are going to have a couple more crazy chapters. So I hope you all got some lead in your pencils, because I told these guys at halftime, I said, what other story would this be? I mean, we beat Stephen F. and go into it, can close the league out. We dropped 2 in a row. In my opinion, just because we tried too hard. We wanted it so bad. We played tight. We get Lady Luck on our side. We close the thing out. How else would this thing end other than us being down at half and going into overtime and gutting out a win? And my hat goes off to Corpus Christi and Coach Wilson. Just a first-class group, and what a battle. And this is a great indication of how great the basketball is in this league, top to bottom. If you love basketball, you love the Southland Conference, because the basketball in this league is phenomenal.
We're going to pause briefly to bring up the trophy. I don't think anybody will mind.
Fit that rascal up here.
We need another item on the days.
It may help me look a little better.
And Coach, kind of keeping on that, compare it tonight to when you took the job and we're digging out banners and all that good stuff you've talked about.
Yeah, I took the job because the Lord opened a lot of doors for me. These jobs are hard to get. There's 351 of them in the world. The Lord opened some doors for me to come to the city that I love. It opened up some avenues for my wife and I to find our children in our city. And you have ideas and goals as dreams as a coach, but there was no manual for this. There was no manual for, we're going to be Division II when I get there, and then less than 3-4 months later, we're going to be Division I, and we're going to have this side roadblock and this pothole and stuff that we couldn't control. There's no manual for it, and you have to be relentlessly positive. You have to have an undefeated attitude every day, and I came into this thing saying that if I just completely invest in our guys, our strongest resource was not finances. Our strongest resource was our people. And the people at our university are awesome. The people in our city are awesome. I worked for a great president in Dr. Peter Foss. I worked for a great president in Dr. John Nicklow, and an amazing athletic director in Derek Morrell, that allow us to invest in people. These guys don't care whether they got 3 shoes or 22 pairs of shoes. What they care about is how many times we can see them a day, how many times we can be with them, how many times we can tell them we love them, how many times we can hold them accountable when they don't do right. That's the part they really like. But investing in them completely. That's what I came into, and that's from day one. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this our way and do it the right way. And this is the end result. And I'm very blessed that the Lord put some favor towards us.
We'll start questions with Brandon here in the front.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. First off, coaching your team, congratulations. Coach Wilson a few minutes ago said that rebounding is what defined you guys, and it did tonight. The edge on the offensive glass and 21-2 edge and second chance points.
Yeah, all year we made a change of course in the off season where we said we're going to make a concerted effort that we're going to play big. Christavious sacrificed a lot because it hurt his production. He wanted to win more than he wanted to score, and that's why we're in the place we're at. But we knew that we could dominate the glass because we had great foot speed. We had nimble athletes at the 3s, 4s, and 5s, and we had 5 of them that I thought collectively were better than anybody in our league. And we put all of our money in that race, and that's what we went with. And it paid off, and they continue. It only works if you play hard and you're unselfish, and we continue to do that again, and we just keep pounding and pounding and pounding. When you look at the offensive glass numbers where we got 19 offensive rebounds and they got 5, that's just guys with big guts, just total big guts.
Dennis of Katie Times. This is for Christavious and Coach. Christavious, you were scoreless at halftime and ended up with 10 points, a nice second half, and hit some big shots. What was the difference for you in that second half, or maybe it was a talk at halftime? And for you and Coach, what was the main factor there in the second half for you?
Well, Coach, Coach always give me words of encouragement whenever I'm down or, I have a bad half. And I walked in the locker room and I looked at my teammates, and, man, like, I wanted to see them happy. Like, I didn't want to let them down. I didn't want to see them crying in a sad way. I wanted to see them crying in a happy way. And I looked at them and I thought about it. I was like, man, it's been a hard 4 years. And, I gotta play better. Whatever I got to do for my team to win, I put my heart on the line, played defense, made a couple shots, and we got the job done.
Jeremy Erik, Associated Press. Just describe the atmosphere after that game. You got trumpets blaring, confetti ringing down. It felt like a party out there, to say the least. Can you just describe how that felt for y'all?
Well, it was unreal. I would watch it on TV, see other teams win tournaments. I was maybe 13. I was in junior high. And I would watch the NCAA tournament all the time and conference tournaments all the time. And I would be like, man, I want to be there one day. And I just felt like I was dreaming, like it was a dream come true. And I'm still surreal over the situation. Like, I can't even get my thoughts together right now. So,
Michael.
Man, it's amazing, man. I still can't believe it. I'm so happy for these guys, man. They worked so hard for this, and I'm glad we can get the job done. I feel like I'm dreaming right now.
It's a blessing, man. I mean, all our hard work and dedication just turned out for us, and we just played so tough, and we wanted it so bad, and we were able to accomplish it tonight. I mean, it's a big story for people to tell. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we'll be able to tell our kids, our family, hey, we went dancing, we went to the NCAA tournament. Not many people can say that. So this means a lot for our city and for our team and for our program. So I'm just blessed to be able to be a part of it.
Well, two-part question. Amos Morale with the Times-Picayune. First question is for the players. In the first half, a lot of the shots you guys hit in that semifinal win against Sam Houston just weren't seeming to fall. They were rolling off the rim. Second half, they were falling. But just how did you not let that frustrate you? And you guys kept going back to it, obviously. Just what was the strategy there?
We've been through this before. Shots haven't fallen in the first half for us before, but we don't get down because of it. We keep playing. We pride ourselves on defense, and we really want to do good at that. So that's how we got through it.
I mean, defense is the key for us. I mean, we do more defense than offense. I guarantee we do. And man, we just pride ourselves on defense. Everybody taking care of their assignments and playing hard and giving your hardest and playing for the person beside you in the city and the coaches and just everybody together. And that togetherness, that got us past the big hump that we were down maybe 7 points at halftime, and it got us a win. So.
Also, going into that halftime, we were down 6 or 7, I believe, and we all came in there, and I mean, we all held each other accountable. We said, hey, it's time for us to to start playing like a championship team, have a better half, and really just come out to play and have fun with it. And that's what we did in the second half. You know, we started feeling confident, and we started playing hard, and we ended up pulling through with it. So,
we just kept talking about being us, that we needed to be us, and body language was a big piece. My college coach, James Lancaster's here, and he's been with me the whole trip, and his insights have been invaluable to me. And one of the things he said, Coach, when your guy's body language is great, you're great. And so we just kept pounding with the guys the body language and the positive message. And we work too hard. We're grinders. We're blue collar, and that us not making a couple shots wasn't going to shake us. There's a lot worse things going on in the world than us missing a couple shots. We didn't miss them on purpose. I guarantee you we didn't miss them on purpose. So we just had to keep playing and play through it.
Coach, when it hit all zeros for the second time, you allowed yourself to take a few minutes to pause before you joined your team at center court. I just want, if you could describe and just step us through those final seconds and what you did before you hit the celebration with your teammate.
Well,
with your, players rather.
You know, I enjoyed watching. I went to the end of the bench because I wanted to watch the guys. Probably the most rewarding piece of this coaching ministry is being able to watch the guys enjoy the moments that they earn. And they earned these moments, and I wanted to watch them celebrate it. And then, you know, I just emotionally, the Lord's brought me through so much, and it was a second for me to have a moment and give honor and glory and be humble and thankful for that. And so I was very appreciative.
Let's come back up to the front here.
A few questions. One to the players, anybody that wants to answer. From the 17 mark of regulation until overtime, neither team ever led by more than 4 points. What was it like playing in that type of, with so much on the line, such a tense game where it felt like every play could make the difference and there was so little separating the two teams?
It was a crazy environment for us. You know, one big thing that we did was keep our composure all the way to the end of the game. You know, it's comes down to locking in and being able to execute with little time left. And you know, we all talked the last time out, and we said, hey, you know, it's the last 4 minutes. Let's leave our hearts on the court. And I mean, that's what we did. And you know, we traded a lot of buckets, but also we focused in on getting a lot of defensive stops, and that's what helped us out tonight.
And Michael, when you were on the bench in the second half, it looked like you were just constantly encouraging guys, yelling at them. What was your mindset there, and what were you doing?
My mindset in the second half was just stay positive, make sure everybody else stayed positive, make sure we had a lot of production off the bench, talking to the players, going in and out there, just saying positive things so they can stay happy and stay relaxed.
Coach Erik, I think Erik talked about guys having more fun in the second half. Who designed the throw the ball off the guy's back?
You know,
have you ever practiced it?
Well, it's crazy. We've probably had 4 or 5 of those this year, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've never once talked about it. We've got good heads-up basketball players that are basketball junkies. That's why, I mean, they love being in our program. We go twice a day, every day, all year long. I think they like that. I don't know if they do, but I think they like that. I think they like being in the gym. They're always watching the game, and they made heads-up plays. But they did that. I think we did it in the Sam Houston game too, didn't we? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're just opportunistic and good basketball players, and makes me look pretty smart. I didn't design it, but I'll high-five them for it.
And one of the things, how big did you feel that shot was by Nate right at the end of the first half? And did you feel pretty fortunate to be only down what you were, the way you were missing shots and the way they were hitting tough shots?
I thought that was the whole momentum swing thing. And I got on him. I got on him at the media before and told him, and the guys were there, and I mean, I was yelling at him. And I don't know if I was using all the Lord's English, but I was letting him know that if he was open, he needed to be ready to shoot it, knock it down. He's a great shooter, and he's a very confident shooter. And he gave me a knuckle bump, said, I got you. And then he drained it, and I thought, you know, took the lid off of it for us and relaxed it. And, you know, these guys laugh at me all the time, but I tell them that the first basket is just as valuable as the last basket. They're all equal. And so none of them is more valuable than the next. And so that shot won us the game. And you know what? Tevin Burrows making one of those 2 free throws in the clutch won us the game, and Michael coming in and getting one of his million energy put-back plays won us the game. So, all of them are equal.
And Christavious Martinez, for them, had just been unconscious from three-point range in the last 3 games. How tough was it guarding him, and how nervous were you on the shot at the at the end of regulation? It was a really tough shot, but that was the only shot I think he missed in the whole game.
It was tough. He was running around everywhere, and I was trying to stay and help, but I was also trying to contain him, and it was kind of hard. And he was making a lot of shots, and I compliment him for that. And also during the game, he was talking to me. He was saying it's a good game, and it's going to be a good ending. But it was all positivity, nothing negative, and he was making some shots. And I did the best I could to contest the last shot, and he missed it, and all I could do is pray to God. I was like, thank God he missed it. So,
and I thought the sportsmanship was phenomenal throughout the game on both teams. It was as hard fought a game as could be played. It was a very clean game, a very well called game on both sides. It was incredible sportsmanship, and it was a great basketball night.
Coach, talk about the importance of carrying the banner of the Southland Conference for the first time.
It's huge. There's a lot of pieces to that. One, it's a big banner for our university, for the history of our program, the storied history of our basketball program, for us to be back in this mix and back in this conversation, and to be back where we can get one step closer to where we used to be. But for me, as a guy that's been in this league, 15, 16 years, Chris would know better than me, I take a lot of pride in this basketball conference. And the Southland Conference gave us an opportunity, and they opened a door for our university to come into membership when they didn't necessarily have to, when a lot of leagues were only taking football teams, and we got a flag football team, but we don't have a real football team. They took us, and they saw value in us. They saw value in what our university brings in baseball and men's basketball and our history, women's basketball, and all of our sports. To be honest with you, our world-class facilities and our city and the media that it brings with it. And they didn't have to do that, and I'm very appreciative of them. And I know our administration and our presidents, both Dr. Foss and Dr. Niccolo, are as well. But our goal, and the guys will tell you, we set very clear goals before the year. We wanted to win the league. We wanted to go to the NCAA tournament and win games. We're just not going to show up. We're not happy showing up. We've got a goal, and we've trained all year to go to win the next 40 minutes, not to just show up.
Let's take 2 more questions. This is the opposite of school. Everybody in the front row ask all the questions.
Okay. What are your thoughts on possibly going to Dayton? And do you care at this point?
Love it.
Or do you care where
Love
you
it. Don't care.
Don't
Love
care
it.
at all.
Love it. I am a veteran of the very first ever playing game. In 2001, Northwestern State played Winthrop. We beat them, and then let me tell you, we beat them, and then we went and played Illinois. And that Dayton there's no better basketball city for the NCAA tournament than Dayton. It is a phenomenal place. It is one of the absolute best basketball venues in America. I'll never forget, you walk in there and that bright blue carpet is laid out and it's clean, and it is just a different feeling than the other places I've been in the NCAA tournament. And if the committee's so willing to send us there, we will hop on that bird and we will get there as fast as we can, and we'll enjoy every second of being in Dayton.
One last question. Tevin did everything to put you in a position to win in overtime. Then he did a few things to put them in position to have a chance. But just his game and just the balance scoring.
Well,
I think you had 7 guys scoring between 8 and 15 points. Everybody contributed.
Tevin and Nate they haven't got a ton of accolades, and they deserve them, because the sacrifices that both of them have made are the reason we're at this podium. Nate and Tevin have been as selfless of players as selfless of teammates as I've ever coached, and they personify what a privateer is about and what being a student athlete in our culture is about.
Gentlemen, congratulations, whether it be Dayton or elsewhere. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Thanks.
it.